My story began when I took my mother-in-law for her flu vaccination at a local pharmacy store. And I had had flu vaccinations or inoculations before, so I decided, well, since I have her here, I'll just go ahead and have one. That was in September of 1998. And it has been an interesting journey through this to where I am today. I didn't have any knowledge that vaccinations or inoculations could cause severe impairment. I trusted and just assumed they wouldn't give things to the public that would hurt them. And boy, was I wrong. I became ill with flu. I was running 101-degree fever at 5:30 in the morning on December 26th of 1998. I had myself in a real bind in that I was burning. I had terrific pain coming out of my neck and going up on the right side of my face, and then it was burning my arm and my chest and my legs as though I were on fire. And I still have the burning. I have learned over the years to adjust to some of it. The reason why I'm wearing a coat and glove today is because if I'm in a cool environment or if wind's blowing over me from air conditioning, then I'm burning. So I'm best out in the sun or covered up. But at any rate, that inoculation started a progression of things for me. It delaminated what caused this event to happen for me. It ate the myelin off my spinal cord at C2, which is, now I understand, a very important center in your body, which most of your body functions are controlled at C2. I immediately called my only doctor, my OBGYN, later that day when I could get myself oriented. My husband is a dentist, and he begged me to go to the emergency room, and he tried to help me as best he could, but when he figured out I wasn't having a stroke and I wasn't having a heart attack, he really didn't know what I was having. And I figured if he didn't know, then why go to the emergency room? I was better off where I was, and I would take my chances to home versus the things I'd heard at the emergency room, the long waits. And in all honesty, he put me in the shower thinking I was having a huge muscle spasm, and at that time I lost my mobility. So this virus, whatever it wasn't Epstein-Barr, Guillain-Barré. I can tell you that because I've asked that question over and over from the 4 neurologists that I have been to. He packed me in ice. He dragged me back to bed, packed me in ice, and within about an hour's time, this burning and this event that was going on my left side, and the pain that was climbing over my skull into my eye was beginning to subside. And after I got through all that, I did call my OBGYN, and he referred me to a neurologist who I got as quick an appointment as I could with him, which was several days thereafter because we were going through the New Year's and all that. And we got MRIs. I think I went dead. Are you still on there? And he didn't want to see me after he got my MRIs back. He sent me to another neurologist. And I was so ill and so bent over, I couldn't even dress myself. I had to go in my robe to the second neurologist, at which time they wanted to do a lumbar puncture. And after they did that, and they got that back, they determined I had an unknown virus. And that's how it was told me. They didn't have any name for me. They ruled out Epstein-Barr and Guillain-Barré. And my question, really my husband's question is, what can we do to help her? I got me rotten, so it would quit having these seizures. I only had one event, so seizures, it's a seizure medicine, as I understand. I'm not as knowledgeable as some of you are in this room. That didn't help me. And from the lumbar puncture, I kept getting Really what I was having was the horrible headaches, in addition to the pain and all the other things that were coming from this delamination of my spinal cord. The headaches were coming from a leaking puncture to the lumbar from my spinal tap. So a simple blood patch probably would help me, but I went through about 3 or 4 weeks of unknown why I was having this pain. I had to do a lot of growing up, and it's very depressing to get caught in a situation of how did I get here? What's causing this? Nobody knows, and they don't know how to help me. And finally, I had to give up on that second neurologist, since the first one had given up on me. The second one was going to give me nothing but neurology. I went to Charlotte Orthopedic, and there they said I really need to get some physical therapy. One of the doctors said he really didn't like the looks of my neck, but I was dragging my left leg. My left side just wouldn't hold things. It just wasn't functioning. I still had that problem. So I went to physical therapy from April until August, very wearing, 3 days a week. And they finally gave up on that and gave me a TIMS unit, which is a great item. I believe that my situation was compression on my spinal cord and causing all of these problems, and I still have that today. I have, at this point, from a cervical standpoint, I have a disc that's completely dissolved and don't know where it is, between 6 and 7. I have severe stenosis and compression on my spinal cord, 5/6. Going to 7, and I need a triple laminectomy, and I need to have my bone vertebrae inside. You're closing down on my spinal canal and my spinal cord. You need to have that rounded out, but that's just the beginner. I didn't learn all of this until November of '02. I sort of lived with the unknown, thinking I was going to get better because no one else was taking a serious attitude toward me. I even went to an MS specialist, and he said he really didn't know what I had, but knew I didn't have MS. And then finally, a friend of mine who knew a neurologist, his wife had a very unusual problem. He suggested I go see him, and I did, and I've stayed with him ever since. And this is sort of what he wrote. Pauline Williams is a patient followed by me since 1999 with severe spinal disease. She had an acute attack of inflammatory myelitis that year. That's really not true. It was in 1998, December of 98, which left her with a chronic left extremity sensory pain syndrome. This severe neurological disturbance took its toll on her ability to work. My ability to work is I've been a real estate agent for 21 years, active chairman of your MLS, involved with state, national committees, worked on, just love to volunteer, and I enjoyed my fellow realtor here. You've got some great ones in Charlotte. But I got to the point where I was having accidents, and I was falling and stumbling. So in 2002, I went back and had MRIs done again. Going back to she subsequently developed, and here it comes, severe cervical and lumbar spinal stenosis and multi-level spinal disc disease. As a result, in the past year, she is totally medically disabled. Multiple MRI scan studies and several neurological consultations have confirmed the very severe nature of her spinal impairment. She has been advised to have spinal decompressive surgery urgently to prevent further irreversible neurological damage. Unless Mrs. Williams has her spinal decompressive surgery very soon, she's likely to have permanent neurological impairment, including nerve and extremity paralysis, which is growing. The numbness is growing in my hands and my legs. And some days I do better than others. But getting back to the fact that that wasn't all of the story, I begged to see what else was wrong with me, because I was having real problems with my legs. And the gentleman that's here today, the chiropractor, Dr. Hannah, I had complained a couple of times about my legs. Finally, to my neurologist. I said, I would like to have MRIs. It's my money. I'll pay for it. And so he did have a lumbar done on me. And when it came back, I have, how that goes is severe stenosis, probably will progress there. I have herniated disc on both of my nerves to both my legs. And so I need surgery there. I'm basically down to 5 laminectomies now, 3 in the neck, 2 in the lumbar, 3 discectomies, 2 in the lumbar, 1 in the cervical, and then 2 rad out the stenosis, both in the cervical and the lumbar. I really don't know how they're going to go about this. But all this has progressed rapidly over the time since I had the flu inoculation. So I've been on a downhill run with a lot of hope for the first couple of years, only to realize things weren't getting better for me. So I went and filed for my disability, since my insurance company, which I did have, sort of figured out, oh, I must be a bad risk. And so they got my premiums up pretty high, or I just couldn't afford it because I couldn't keep up the pace of real estate, since I didn't have, the energy, the ability to sit long without getting a lot of pain, and I was becoming a hazard on the road. I've had 3 accidents, so I don't drive anymore. But at any rate, I filed for disability, and I am now. They finally got around to me. And so now I have to wait another 14 or 15 months before I can really get to surgery. And I have talked with a few surgeons here, but it's Band-Aid. They haven't really addressed the total situation I'm in. And so I don't want to go and have a bunch of operations. I think that I need to have somebody give me an opinion totally what they can do for me. So right now I'm just sort of sitting in limbo. So if I had known what I know today, I think you just heard that earlier, I wouldn't have any more flu shots. Probably would have really rethought any type of inoculations. Had it not been for C-SPAN 2, I wouldn't know about you folks. I just don't sleep anymore. So I watch a lot of TV, and it's very educational for the public from 1 until 4 in the morning. And that's how I learned about Barbara Fisher and the National Vaccine Information Center. And I called and told them my situation, and they put me in touch with Lisa. And I haven't really communicated with Lisa in close to a year because I've been fighting the battle to get disability so I can think down the road that I might have a medical chance. And so that's where I am today. And I'm glad you called me because I would have had the opportunity to see you. I thank you.